mudi di atem. Makoton gold aboka 22 billion maboka. Sa 22 billion losses here. Almost goldboard aboke. And then who bill? Ezika ben na yedi beji bill. Oh, we as said yet here. Yes, what you are phone sir. Now what your sir.
Even if Afenyo delays in extending this invitation, he should extend the invitation to me. And I'm ready to come tomorrow. You don't need any special motion. You don't need any special order by the speaker. Just get Public Accounts Committee to invite us. And come and sit down there and come and demonstrate to the whole nation where the goldboard made losses.
And there's all do social media, so I'll call minority leader afenyo markins versus goldboard CEO Sammy gyamfi and the CNE social media. So because NPP for say NDC for akwakoton gold de aboka, NDC for say NPP for boa. Where the jandam kesiye pan omo nkonkoton gold mboka bia na se NPP for di omo hudi se omo NDC for akwakoton gold de aboka omo mo nhia face to face man to man na omo nye debate na NPP for nche omo ba bi omo kokoton gold no eboka no when you know information and I'm a made him update Eddie Bremo Hanum say. And to distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a Hanum and number 1 TV on YouTube, Miss Rama Samoba Bedru Hanum say. Nama subscribe, nama like, nama comment, nama share, Eddie Amafu from no mania be a share.
Number 1 TV.
Andra and a NPP for have a press conference and a minority leader afenyo markins Eddie Babe to abontin say. Was say Ghana gold board and now say Sammy gyamfi akwakoton gold aboka 22 billion Ghana cedis and I'm say hey so we dey Sammy gyamfi abogana ka and I say Sammy gyamfi aboyeka o say enye ono na eka o na emum na IMF na de be na eka na instead of say NDC for beba bonten ebeba be chirechire mu akire Ghana fo no Omo jai eno de ato on mo ena omo ba be attack omo NPP for say ya kan say afenyo markins say say opon kroma say abronya say no si dabi enye we ena Ghana for party o the Ghana for party any say e kana mo abono mo mbra bonten na mo mbra me chirechire mu enchire ye
Adan na mudi di atem. Makoton gold aboka. IMF for say sika podu eti say 22 billion maboka. Mwa jia tumu se mwabaka nyebonyumo ekakasia na mwabo Ghana 22 billion cedis na ye minority dia oma tro amwa jia tum na ye kan wase na mu bedi din atem na afenyo maka ye say na opon kromati say na no say asati say enye wo be ko social media ke didin atem ena be sesa dia IMF atro Yaba ya no yanim sebe ebinum de omotecha maso no eye doko nti ye de IMF report no bae nti yesrem nsem trofo mo waso de kese eye nsem abinum be kan nyina na sese mo tie ne sa ebinum kan tro omo twa ntro so na omo aye so mom na e ka no kre wo to gold wo digwa wo wakoboka wo si eka na wabo no wo de akotro wo bi buku mu na wo de dia waton na esika na ba wo si wanya mfaso nti wo de eka na ya woka na what be da we bie company mienu company ba ko na ye di staff salary ato na company ba ko so na ye di sales akoto nti ye ba ye si o menya mfaso na eka na wo boy and the cost of sales no way Inti yesremu atem didie ne de ensheki ba ne kure wo mu ne se so far se obi akoye adwuma mpo obebi na sende iyokofo etata no iyokofo etata binum attorney general ye press conference osio obi mpo oye ayaban adwuma eka 5 million cedis 3 million cedis 10 million cedis yetum frɛ wo iyoko na wakoda ho na yese fa ejapade a asumbo for branch amobile na ne goldboard for bill de be hu tio me ba o we de sa 22 billion losses here almost goldboard aboke. And then who bill? Ezika ben na yedi beji bill. Oh, we as said yet here. Yes, what we are phone sa. Na wa show one sa. We are see aye wono. Se tumi ba wonsem. Na se wo de tata obi a. Hweniye. And this for nam MPP for Bokrono, MPP for Bokrono, MPP 40 say, MPP 40 say. Gold keka munkotono, gold, munkoton gold. Munkoboka 22 billion cedis. Afibako. Afibako. Ya kan ya no mu visa mu didi atemwa. Na ya bohu. Na mu di eti ebubom. Enti no ye de aye kan ne se ya min cha de parliament e bebie ye nua no se onu de ope debate ya ti asesa ye penisa na ye debate bi a ye kohye kuko bi mu aye ye pese ye kai ne se so ope debate a go ball for so mu pe debate a omudin kan enkanche majority for no because ye di kan the first motion by no yes ye debate na ye ma gold board embra na yenye enhwehwemu no majority for no mo say omuntie ensentro for am amunna muni intino parliament bia ye the motion for eba some motion where ye be dealing with the $1.7 billion, which is equivalent of 22 billion, and no, sa ekano and yebe somono gold board one. It is a gold board for some my crowd dia. Omudi can chair new majority leader. Onimyam for agaga non ti asese. And Kobani so omudi 189 no ebe blocko. Yes, speaker so say emotion no eba. More for technicalities in back. Then Kobani said, "Ya approve ye, ya say for the sake of governance, for the sake of transparency." Omo makwan. Sikana ira. Sikana she. Sikana wahin. Intanya atem didie. Yesre. Ye juma yesre Ghana man. Munta yechi. Ne bebi a 22 billion wono. Yenya yenhwehwe enye personal attack enye obi ene sebi ye jealous and ye time no ene ye lebi. This is a complete policy failure, institutional failure. Aban promising reset no and living up to expectation. Private sector they are burdening the private sector with taxes. Ghana for electricity aban buy almost 30% electricity tariffs. Who got up petrol? Omu charge you 1 Ghana cedi per liter. Asenya to me bio. Ejuma omu promise here 1 job, 3 shifts. Atonsium. Omu into me and ye. Almost 24-hour economy. Yentin hwe. Omu ankasa. Esse so mo ba ban mu a awon to baba Ghana and then the yenim say omo chiro mu a na omo akwachi MPP ni chino yenchino na sana omo ye say nyina no ye omo ye say nyina no omo ankasa omo echiguo omo ye say nyina no omo echi eguo wo chi obi say wabo our 50 million, 5 million, 10 million, and the minority for kasa na mo threaten mo be chi omo obi a waye minister da na wo si wakosa ni bibi na mo threaten sana mo ankasa within 1 year gold board nkwa 22 billion cedis. Now why na esesa ye de proye ata ye ehye
NPP for this allegation we ba bontina e hono mo na NDC for so ka se cash Enkrofo we yentina honom enhwe mo te se 2016 a ye Germanica a mode jandam eba Ghana no sesi ade mudi sia ye betwa ehwa na Sammy gyamfi egada ne boys and the eno mo nso ye de bem ekokoye press conference ena Sammy gyamfi ba be kase Ghana politics ete se boxing no say ujina boxing ring mu no ujina boxing ring mu you ready for attack, you ready for punches now on wedi kan fan vaccine that 19 when ye de be onstro attack bia and oba be kase say obi abe criticize ono no Sammy gyamfi na enye wo afenyo markins because oba be ye ECG board chairman e wo Ghana wotena ho no mo hwe e ma Ghana boka 8.2 billion cedis wo kramponi ya nchi wan ye de be antumo na ono no a Obabe expecti gold 170 tons at the core abrochire odi you can say 17 billion US dollars at the back Ghana no wo say yanchini ye de be entum.
I'm G3. Well, I believe you should know me better. My good brother Felix says something. He says politics is a contact sport. So when you are involved in politics, you are involved in boxing. You should be ready for tackles, you should be ready for punches. And some of us are vaccinated against political mischief. We've taken the vaccine, so we are not worried at all. But what I want to say is this. If the one under whose tenure as board chairman as ECG, you know, where ECG recorded a loss of 8.2 billion, is not facing any onerous bail terms, then how can Sammy gyamfi, under whose tenure the goldboard has exported 170 tons of gold through former channels and brought into this country over 17 billion United States dollars in 1.5 years, face onerous bail terms? Under your tenure, not a gram of gold produced in Ghana was refined in Ghana. Today, over 9 metric tons just this year of gold we have bought refined in Ghana. We are changing the value addition story. So you see, such statements are reckless. They are what I call the fanciful efficiencies of, you know, of a palm wine bar. You take it as comic relief. And it is very sad. See, when we say this, he says we are not insulting him. This is somebody occupying a seat once occupied by the Venerable G.H. Mensah, the Venerable Papa Uzuankoma, or Seichi Mensah Bonsu. Look at the depth and the substance of these personalities. When they rose to speak on Parliament, look at the command they commanded across the aisle. And look at how this seat has now been so bastardized and depraved by a noisemaker who cannot even read and research and get his facts right. So I will go to prison in his brain, and I will have onerous bail terms in his brain. I'm not afraid of any intimidating tactics, because we are serving Ghana in good conscience, and our resource and posterity will speak for us. Thank you very much.
Aha, NM Dano, Sammy gyamfi say NPP for announce afenyo markins. Omu inviting omu pe public account committee. Now me debe omu inviting ono waye ready so obe debe obeba be meeti afenyo markins. Na afenyo markins debe abusa na questions announce afenyo markins debe akire no ba bia omu kokoton gold omu ye debe omu boka no.
Even if Afenyo delays in extending this invitation, he should extend the invitation to me. And I'm ready to come tomorrow. You don't need any special motion. You don't need any special order by the speaker. Just get Public Accounts Committee to invite us. And come and sit down there and come and demonstrate to the whole nation where the gold board made losses, or how the gold board is to blame for losses made by another institution. We are waiting for that. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, I want to urge you, our friends in the media, in all humility and the Ghanaian public, to hold afenyo markin and others who make allegations about gold board losses to the strictest standard of proof, particularly in the light of the detailed facts I have placed before you today. Let me state that the persistent noise from people like him does not arise from any genuine quest for accountability or any sincere desire to interrogate the operations of the gold board. Rather, it is a part of a calculated smear campaign aimed at undermining the significant contribution gold board is making to the economic transformation agenda of President Mohammed's administration. The likes of afenyo markin simply cannot reconcile themselves with the transformational work of gold board, because they appreciate the important role it has played in the historic appreciation of the Ghana cedi and a significant strengthening of Ghana's international reserves. Developments that are contributing to improved economic conditions for the Ghanaian people. Afenyo markins continuing antics, and I want you to listen to me very carefully here. Afenyo markins continuing antics must therefore be seen for what they are: a desperate smear campaign by persons who have specialized in sophistry and political blackmail in pursuit of selfish ends. These are devious extortionists who will come at you with lies to tarnish your reputation in the hope that you will fold and settle for what they call, quote, compulsory arbitration and oil their palms. Well, this time around, they found their own target. The Ghanaian people deserve serious public discourse founded on facts, evidence, truth, and not endless recycling of falsehoods in the hope that repetition will lend them credibility and turn fiction to facts. Goldboard will remain focused on its mandate. We will continue to account transparently for our stewardship, and we will not be distracted from the important work of creating value for the Ghanaian people from the exploitation of the good resources of our beloved nation. Thank you very much.
Adia ekoso ewa Ghana this time around no manage ho pa manage said NDC for punch NPP for na NPP for nse de be punch NDC for no what ya say eba ni say ebema politicians no omani ada ho no ebema NDC for ani ada ho no pa ombe hu ni say nkrofo we de ya nhwe ni yie na se ebokro no na so moba power omudija ebe share to ena minimu say NPP for nso ba power omonso by all means they are going to retaliate. Adia NDC for dia ye omonso be make sure say omo be hwehwe NDC for nsamumu die wadi sika bia e Ghana bia ombe chi na tumu say before no mu consider ya so omo san ba next time enya ade ombe de be ombe consider enti say we Ghana ni a e wo say omo wanije for adia e koso no ma wanije pa for adia e koso no e ba ni say e be ma Ghana e de be Ghana akone ni because we hwe we nso ye de be hwe we so we target says we mistake pe we be chino we nso target say we mistake pe ono so be de e be chino ntino ade ekoso no de me de manage ho pa minim wa wo hwe me we e ma dwen kire wo nso a wo hwe me nso no wo betimi de wa dwen kire e de aba comment section mu ho no me de mu besi ha no me se makra mo. Peace out.
Goldboard TV.